Lately, I found something that I'm really excited about, and I wanted to make a video to break it down because I do believe this could be one of the biggest opportunities over the next few years that are out there, especially in the e-commerce space. And so, look, I did find something, and I would say it has the same energy as Amazon in 2015, but it's definitely happening faster. It's got a more of a viral feel to it as well. And why is the Amazon 2015 piece important here? You might be wondering. Well, look, I've been in this industry now for 15 years. And I can tell you, like back in 2015, 2014, things were different. There was less competition on the platform. There was not as many buyers, but there was less competition, and it felt like it was much easier to be able to make money on Amazon with anything really. Now nowadays, it's still absolutely possible. We do it all the time, as you know, but it's just back then there was just many less people on there trying to make sales, right? And so nowadays on Amazon, obviously, one of the big keys is we have to build like brand relationships, right? Especially with things like wholesale. And that takes time, but it's something that does slow people down from having success. We've got buy box battles. Sometimes margins can be shrinking as well on certain different products, right? Because more competition from different sellers. And, it does take you 3 to 6 months to bring in consistent money on Amazon if you're just starting, which by the way is actually not very much time when you consider that some businesses take a couple of years until they're making consistent money. So the bottom line about Amazon is it still works, obviously. It's still massive. It is the biggest e-commerce platform in the world by a massive, massive majority. But for me, and what this video today is about is it's always wise to be on the lookout. My job here is to help you build a part or full-time income online. It's not to become the number one Amazon fan in the world, right? So what is the platform? We're going to get into all that. Now, this platform we're talking about has 1.5 billion users, credit cards ready to go, often connected to accounts, and certainly those people all do have credit cards. There is one-click buying potential with this opportunity and this platform. And the biggest thing I would say is impulse purchasing, because the platform we're going to talk about, and this might start to give it away a little bit, it involves content-based promotions, right? So videos that you watch, and off the back of watching a video, you might go ahead and make a purchase. Whereas on Amazon, it's very much more product-led. So I'm going to go and find something that I want to buy, or I'm going to search on the platform for something I want to buy. With this platform, we're kind of interrupting people with a piece of content, and off the back of that, then people are making a purchase if they want the thing that they've just watched, which actually brings very, very high conversions because they've got to experience the product and see it in action and then go, this is something that I really want. So this platform as well, we've seen products go viral in hours. And I want to tell you straight up front, by the way, I am not an expert in this space at all. I am actually learning this just like you will be learning it as well. And my team are learning this also. So it's not something I'm an expert in, but it's something that I'm putting in front of you because as somebody who's made $50 million in various different businesses, I can see that this is going to be a platform that's going to make a lot of money over the next few years. And it's a lot less competition than there currently is on Amazon. So it's a great thing to add on to what you're already doing. With what I'm going to talk about, beginners have actually hit 4 to 5 figures in sales in their first month. Obviously, that's not a guarantee, but that's something that I've seen from the people that I'm going to introduce you to a bit later on. Let's look at this new platform then. There's 667,000 sellers on the platform that we're going to get into, whereas on Amazon, there's 2 million plus sellers. Now, look, there's hundreds of millions of customers on here. So this is not a problem. I want to make that really clear to you today. It is not a problem. But obviously, if you look at 667,000 versus 2 million, there's a clear gap between two of these, which means one thing. There's opportunity. There's less competition on this platform. And there's a really big early mover advantage as well. And that's something that honestly over my career, I haven't always taken full advantage of. And sometimes I have. In certain industries I did. And it's made me a lot of money. But in this particular e-commerce industry, I've been on Amazon, involved in Amazon now for nearly 2 decades, 15 years, right? Whereas this thing, I didn't jump into it straight away. I didn't put it in front of you straight away because I wanted to make sure that this is something that actually works. The whole old way of doing things really when we look at e-commerce in general is you get a product, you create a listing, some search engine optimization comes from that listing. So you use keywords, things like that. If you're selling your own product, you use paid advertising, say on Amazon, you want to get reviews and that's going to lead to sales. And that's the very much private label way of doing things. If you look at wholesale or arbitrage, it's very much there is a product, there is a listing, there is all of these things. And simply all we do is we go ahead and get the product and we price it and we pick up some of the sales, which is great. But what we're talking about here is we start with a product, we create a video, and sometimes we don't even create the video. We can get thousands of other people to create a video for us, and that can help a video go viral. It can get hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views in a short window of time, which leads to sales because people watch the video, they then decide they want the product, and then they go ahead and buy it. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video, do give it a like. And no, we're going to be hosting an event, a live online event with somebody who I think is one of the best in the world at this, teaching you exactly how all this kind of stuff works. And so if you're interested in that, you can jump down below and type in event, and we'll send you out the event. So the reveal here is TikTok Shop, right? That's what we're here to talk about today. You may already be on TikTok, you may not be. And even if you're not on TikTok, it really doesn't matter, because what's important is we go where there is leverage, where there's opportunity, and we find a way to tap into that opportunity. So you probably know that TikTok's exploding. It's been in the news a lot as well because there's been things going on in the US and all of that. But it's important to mention that it's a global platform in pretty much every country in the world now. Lots and lots of users, over 1 billion users. And there's even been stories of people who've taken things like even cooking pots and done millions in sales in an 18-month window of time, which is ridiculous. But this is what we're talking about. And again, this is the thing we're going to be covering on the live event that we're hosting, where we're going to be bringing in an expert on this. So look, if you're already doing Amazon, which you probably are, or you're considering Amazon because you're here, for me, this is just about adding an extra income stream. It's about diversifying as well and going somewhere where there's a lot of opportunity. If you're struggling on Amazon, or maybe you decided Amazon's not for you, which may be you as well, this is a different game, right? Where we're going to create videos. We're also going to get other people to create videos and tap into all of that and have them make sales of different products that we can get access to. Also, just to say, we'll cover like the kinds of products you can sell, how you get access to them, because you will not actually be buying these products from China directly and ordering thousands of units or anything like that. There's a completely different way we go about getting products for this, which is really, really exciting. If you wanted to start online or in e-commerce specifically, it's a lower barrier to entry in some ways, right? Because you're not going to have to go and order thousands of units from China, which we don't do with wholesaler arbitrage, but it's a different story, different competition, and it's a whole different game. And I think if you're somebody who really likes social media as well, this is something that could be great for you. So let's talk about like what I think is a great play. For me, Amazon is the foundation, right? Because it's stable, it's predictable, it's reliable, it's been around the longest time. And that's why we will continue to grow the success of our students with Amazon for the next number of years. That's not something that's going to change anytime soon. But for me, TikTok Shop is an accelerator. It gives you speed. There's even viral potential as well. Because even myself personally, I actually had a video on TikTok and I've actually got over 300,000 or 400,000 views at this stage talking about Amazon. And it was the shortest, simplest video. And if I had have just changed one or two things about that video could have been literally worth tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to our education business. And this really gives me and you a sort of a portfolio approach, right? We utilize Amazon, wholesale, and we use arbitrage as our foundation. And then we bring this in now as something that can give us a lot of growth over the next couple of years. So again, if you're coming to the event, we're going to be bringing in one of the best people in the world right now, somebody who's doing significantly well. Come in the event and we'll get that over to you. So what we're doing with this, I can reveal. Our team are learning how to do this. Rob on our team is looking into this right now. He's getting set up and he's going to be actually executing this. I'm personally going to be guiding Rob through it. I'm going to be looking through it myself. Obviously, I'm learning the strategy as well. I've got a lot of experience in this kind of thing, and I can't do it all. That's why I bring in people like Rob to work with me to get this kind of thing executed so that we can share some of our results as well. And this expert's doing about $50 million a month in revenue from her involvement with a variety of different businesses in this space. And what we're doing is we're going through her system, her process, and we're essentially just going to execute what she's teaching. One of the big things that you learn when you come on the live event that we're hosting this week is that actually the big play is what I mentioned earlier on. It's tapping into what we call affiliates. Affiliates are people who make content on TikTok and they get paid a percentage of the revenue of whatever revenues is produced from product sales relating to their video. So in basic English, because that sounded really complicated, I make a video, I promote a product, and then I drive, let's say 10 grand in sales. I make 10% of that in commission. I get 1,000 or I get $500 or whatever the case may be. And it's great for affiliates because it's really low risk for them. But what we're going to learn to do is tap into those guys. And also, like, there is an opportunity on the other side for you as well, something you may look into, where you just create the content and you promote other people's products and you can make a commission on that as well. But that's not what we're going to cover on the call. We're going to go deep onto what we talked about today. So I hope you're as excited as I am. I hope you liked the video. I hope you comment event down below. We'll send you a personal invitation. And I hope you come and hang out with us. I can't wait for you to be there. I've seen the training, but I'm going to be there live as well, watching alongside with you and taking further notes and going through it again and thinking about it. But I really think you'll get a lot from this. And I really do believe this is a huge way to make money online with e-commerce without utilizing Amazon or using Amazon at the same time as tapping into something like this. So again, hope to see you at the live training. Hope you enjoyed this little warm up and just sharing a bit of an idea, and hope to see you on the live call.